Hey, what's up, Kenji?
Hey, hello, Jorge.
Well, I can't believe it, Kenji. From my way here, I've been seeing a lot of propaganda. I mean, it's just kind of everywhere.
Well, that's really interesting. How propaganda can affect ideas and emotions.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything, any idea that can alter our emotions. But there's something really interesting about this propaganda. It only talks about one part of the argument. In few words, it hides certain things and truth that the person that made all this propaganda doesn't want for us to know. Propaganda could be found in government and non-government organizations.
Oh yes, and propaganda also have some really interesting psychological theories behind them that makes us believe them, although they are not exactly correct in some way.
Yeah, I mean, for example, we could talk about USA. I really respect USA because they know a lot of propaganda and media, but it's kind of disappointing that they use all of the resources, sometimes not for the best purpose that we could find. We could talk about that propaganda rises when there are going to be elections and also in times of war. For example, in World War II, when they even invented a character. I'm talking about Uncle Sam. You know, I want you to join the army. We all know this Uncle Sam. And all of this propaganda gets in our mind because something important about it is that they target a lot of people and repetitively. So we think that what they're telling us is the only truth. We stop thinking by ourselves.
Hey, you know what? I have heard that there's a new propaganda exhibition in the museum. Shall we go?
Yeah, well, I have a pro hours free, and I'm really kind of interested in knowing more about propaganda.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. What's this? Oh, okay.
Well, this is kind of ironic, don't you see? It's like a propaganda going against a propaganda. I mean, it's kind of weird to see somebody that is going against our propaganda, but I've seen this also in some other non-government organizations, like, I don't know, industries that target all the commercials and media from other organizations using propaganda also.
Yes, and this actually one example for World War II. And this was from Canada's New Army.
Yes, as I said before, we find again another propaganda about war. I mean, why don't they use this propaganda for something that is really important to us? And, well, most propaganda is done by image because you could pass 2-3 days and we're going to see it. I mean, if I return home, I will be seeing a lot of posters and propaganda in the streets. And, well, this also exists in TV and radio, for example.
Yes, and this has a logo that says, Canada's New Army is men like you. And saying this men like you talks about psychological reinforcement, in which they get a positive image of men. I mean, they say they need men like you, so they force you to go to war and participate in the war too.
Yeah, and this kind of also flatters me. I mean, how do they know that I'm the man they need? It's like, they don't need to know.
Oh yes, and this is also about the World War II, but this is from United Kingdom. And they said that this is your flag that represents liberty, so you must fight for it. And this is an example of negative reinforcement because they're telling you that if you don't fight, then you will lose your liberty, so you have a duty to fight. And they also appeal to the authority by using the flag because it's the United Kingdom, so people that are from the country will feel obliged to fight for the liberty.
Yeah, and I mean, war is for me the opposite for liberty. How can I fight? How can I search for liberty through war?
Wait, the museum is about to close. We need to go.
Oh, run.